Good morning. We're live.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Flipside. I'm Sam.
I'm Jessie.
I haven't eaten my breakfast yet.
I'm perky and ready to go. I've already eaten.
So
I've been up for hours. I don't know what's the problem.
Blake calls it a mukbang.
Yes.
Mukbang.
Yes.
Enjoy. Oh, we're late. You know what I can do about it. Well, technically I didn't wake up late. I just got out of bed late.
I don't have anything to say, man.
Tom is here. What's up, Tom?
Good morning.
Micah is here. Hello, Micah.
Good morning.
Jess3713. Good morning.
Good morning.
David Brownlee says hello. Terrier Halo is here.
Some of my favorite people have all signed in. Love it.
Terrier says I've had my breakfast and now I'm waiting for dinner.
Yes.
Of course, he's on the other side of the
they're in a bit of a different time zone.
Just played Clank Legacy 2 second edition. The second session, rather, not edition. Clank Legacy 2, there's a second one now?
I guess so.
Or did he just mean that was their second session of Clank Legacy?
I don't know.
Maybe JT was saying something about that. I can't remember. Chipper as always. I try to be chipper as always.
He's so chipper in the mornings.
Clank Legacy 2. There is a 2. Wow. That's how far behind I am. Darkest Magic. Second session. Woo. $90.
So tell us about Clank Legacy 2. What is it?
Well, you've played Clank Catacombs.
Yes. We played it
Same
at
basic
JT's.
idea, but Clank Legacy, you have stickers that are stuck onto the board to change the board state. There's cards that you will rip up and they will never come back into the game again. And it unfolds over the course of a story.
Cool. And now there's a 2. That's cool.
Did I hang my new picture yet? It is on my desk. He's talking about the one you got me, doofus.
I didn't make it super big. I just made it like...
Yeah. There is a second one. Already played through the first one. Had a lot of fun. Yeah.
Fun.
I played through the first one with Tom, Roy, and I think the other person was Z, but I can't remember for sure. I don't think Z joined us on that one. Maybe it was Jason or something like that. Roy murdered us. Which is par for the course.
Is Roy like that too? He was...
When you play any kind of deck builder with Roy, just prepare to be demolished. See, it wasn't 10 seconds. Okay. I'm almost done. I'm sorry.
I got nothing.
I'm trying to do two things at once. That's efficiency. Oh, Strider. In case you didn't notice, Strider showed up as soon as I started scooping the bottom of the bowl. And that's because...
Whose fault is that?
He wants his scrapies. Okay, come here. Come here.
You can't see him. He's still...
Come here.
Go over this way.
Come over here. Come over here.
Come here. Come here.
Right here.
Oh, you're just dumb.
Right here. Yes.
You're just almost a nose. This is Strider's morning routine. He doesn't do this with me, only with Sam.
No, oh crap. He doesn't like avocado.
He does not like avocado. He does not like soft-boiled eggs. He only likes yogurt, peanut butter, and cereal.
It's probably the peanut butter.
Okay,
Mama.
go away.
It's the peanut butter, Mama. I like the peanut butter. I can taste it.
Focus. You have to look at your thing now.
We're like doing a interspecies mukbang. So, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So that is that. We have a lot more focused on we were a lot more focused on unlocking stuff than scoring high when we played the first Clank Legacy.
Oh, fun.
Riveting content as usual, I see. Thanks, Doug.
I'm trying to get him on track. No.
Doug's my boss, so if I want to, I have to start building my case for being sick on Monday.
No.
Yeah.
I can't take sick time. You can't take sick time. I can't take sick time. You don't get sick time. Relax.
Dogs have a tendency to throw up from avocado.
Yeah. He doesn't even like
maybe
anything.
that was the case.
He can throw up anytime with me. All he throws up on me is water. Mm-hmm. I don't give him my avocado.
How can you not like an appearance from Strider?
I mean,
right?
He's cute.
That's what I'm talking about. Doug is just a mean-spirited old man.
I mean, I would take an appearance from Hank, too.
Who is Hank?
Their dog.
That's not a real dog.
He's so cute.
He's too small to be a real dog.
He's so cute. He's not like small.
I've seen Hank.
He's not like this.
You could put him in a box and give him as a present. That's too small.
He's cute.
I know you love Hank, Doug.
He's a cute dog.
He's too small. He's too diminutive there. I used my big words. I'm paying good money to see Sam eat breakfast. You're not paying anything at all, Terrier Halo. Unless, of course, you are a actual member of the channel. And then you are paying some money. But that was your choice, not mine. I offer all of our content for free. I'm glad to see Doug is covering for Eric, so I don't have to.
Yes, right?
David
Somebody
says.
should step up, y'all.
Would he be a snack for Strider? Not quite a snack.
He's not that
He would definitely be a
small.
chew toy, though.
He is not that small.
He would definitely be a medium-sized play toy
No.
for Strider. Yes. He's small enough to sneak into hotels in a game bag. See? Think I'm lying. Think I'm pulling the wool over people's eyes. No. Truth.
That was funny.
All right. So, what have we got going on today?
What do we have going on today?
Since nobody is bringing up any real lively conversation in the chat.
Well, you are confirmed to be going to Origins.
Yes.
That's something you can talk about.
Just got my tickets yesterday. From Game Toppers. Game Toppers. By the way, they're running a new Kickstarter next month. Yes, July. What was it? July 11th.
That's 2 months from now.
No, I'm sorry, June 11th. Or is it June 10th? June 10th to July 11th. That's what it was. June 10th to July 11th. They're going to be running another Kickstarter. And basically...
I forgot sugar. That's why it's tart.
Basically, they're offering very few new things But this is their campaign, One Game Topper to Rule Them All. And it is a deflation campaign instead of an inflation campaign. What does that mean? It means that their prices are going down with this Kickstarter, and shipping costs are going down as well. So while everybody else is inflating their prices, Game Toppers is going to decrease their prices.
Love it.
And that's basically what they're doing now. So their idea with this campaign is this is the time. If you've been thinking about, if you've been questioning whether or not you should or not, that kind of thing, now is the time, because these are the lowest prices possible. We can't say enough good about our Game Topper. Their mats are amazing.
Oh, so beautiful.
Later on in the fall, they're going to run a more mat-centric campaign. And there's going to be a bunch of new styles and artists. So they've got a lot of really cool stuff coming up this year. And he has fashioned his business to... first of all, he has fashioned his business to where he can provide the lowest cost to his customers as absolutely possible. And he continues to try to drive that price down and still make
these
money.
Super quality.
So he's a good guy. Berkey is a good guy. And got to spend about an hour on the phone with him yesterday, just shooting the breeze, talking shop, and getting my plane ticket for Origins nailed down.
That's awesome.
So that's happening. I'll be at Origins, so if you're going to be there, stop by the Game Toppers booth and say hi. When is Origins? Origins is June
17th or 18th.
18, 19, 20, and 21.
Yes.
So, yeah. Whose con and where is that? It is a con that is run by Gamma, and it is in Columbus, Ohio. So it's a neat little town. They've got a lot of cool stuff in Columbus. So it's neat. Enjoying Clank Legacy 2 or 3 really builds on what 2 did. Stop, David. He's trying to... No, come on. No. We need to play another game of Hegemony before clearing off the table and picking up another game from the Shelf of Shame.
Okay, I have to go get sugar in my tea.
Go ahead. It's not warm enough for you?
Oh, no, it's warm enough.
Yeah.
It's just I need a little sugar.
Yeah. Give me some sugar, baby.
You want sweet. I don't need much. I just need a little.
Game Toppers is able to reduce prices by letting the customer do a little more assembly on their own. Yeah, that's basically what it is. But it's not just that. They are changing the way they do things because for 2 reasons. It is going to lower the price, the cost of the Game Topper itself. But on top of that, they're also going to be able to change how they ship it, which will reduce the cost for shipping. You know, the stuff comes in these... Right now, they come in these huge boxes that just simply cost more to send because of the size of the box. And so they're cutting down on the sizes of their boxes by how they're choosing to do this. And yeah, you're going to have to do a little bit more assembly on your own, but in reality, you're saving hundreds of dollars in both shipping and the product cost. So I think it's a good deal. Frankly. So take that for what it's worth. We played Houdini versus Genie Unmatched last night. Do you have a favorite Unmatched set?
There's a lot.
Do I have I like for King and Country just because I like the 3 Marvel characters that come in there, which is the Winter Soldier, Black Panther, and Black Widow. So that's probably my favorite set. I played Tales to Amaze yesterday solo, just basically teaching myself how to play, and I'm going to try to get that played again today. So right now I enjoyed the cooperative nature of Tales to Amaze. Because Unmatched is largely a competitive thing. It's 1 versus 1 or 2 versus 2 or 1v1v1. You know, free for all.
So much better.
Tales to Amaze makes it a competitive game where you are
Cooperative
fighting
game.
against. Yes, I'm sorry, cooperative game where you're fighting against either the Mothman and its minions or the alien invader and its minions. So the gist is you have a boss, which is either the Mothman or the alien invader, and then you have a number of minions that are equal to the number of players in the game. So yesterday I played against the Mothman and the Ant Queen. The Ant Queen is a pain in the butt.
Really?
Yes. Just long and short of it. The Ant Queen provides healing for as long as the monster, for all of the bad guys that are in her area of the board. Because she spreads these pheromones.
Ew.
Yes. David's just, pressing the gas, enjoying Clank Legacy 4. Number 3 came out so long ago. Dork. Ryan is here. What's up, Ryan? Hope everyone's having a good weekend. Well, it just began, but yes, that's good. Yep, not criticizing. I think the smaller packaging is a great idea, but I don't have room for another game topper. That's also understandable. I don't know that, the game shop in Bothell. What is it called? Come on.
Not Mox.
Name lady.
It's,
The one in Bothell.
nope.
Dang it. Anyway, they have purchased multiple game toppers, but they're a store, and they use their store for tournaments and that kind of stuff frequently. So, I can see stores buying multiples, but and I could maybe even see Zulu's Game Cafe. Yeah, Zulu's Game Cafe. I can see
David
stores buying multiples. I could even see a household purchasing a couple, especially if they're the smaller ones. But, something like this, having more than one of these is probably abnormal. I mean, I've got this here, and then we also have a Geek Chic over there, and I realize that's abnormal. Because not everybody has that much space that they can dedicate for board games. I get it, totally get it. But if you have been thinking at all, maybe this is something that
they are beautiful.
we should get. They're
solid.
Super well designed, first of all. And secondarily, its quality is quite good. Quite good. I don't normally, we don't ask for sponsors for the channel a lot, but Game Toppers was one that I wanted to do because I believe in the product. I believe in the people. That's another thing as well. So, and again, there's no money changing hands. I don't get paid by Game Toppers. They just provide us with stuff that we can use for the channel. as far as
And it's,
physical
once again,
things.
good company, good people.
Yeah, good company, good people.
That's a big thing for us.
My favorite way to play Unmatched is Tales to Amaze. Rather looking forward to the Turtles one coming out.
Oh, yeah, you said
The
that.
Teenage
That's
Mutant Ninja
cool.
Turtles are going to have a Tales to Amaze as well. That's going to be fun. I want to get Tales to Amaze. I'm hoping the husband will like that better. He doesn't care for it much as much. He thinks the characters are not balanced, but he does like Dice Throne.
I have played a few games of Unmatched where I'm like, I can't even get anything against these people.
Yeah.
I don't remember which characters, but I have had moments where I'm like,
I do think that there are some characters that just do well against other characters.
right, like if you have a ranged character against an unranged character,
I'm not going that far.
I feel like that's hard.
I'm not going that far because a lot of times the ranged characters are good only at range. If
Right.
that
No, I
person
get
can
that.
get up there and get close to you, you're done. You're
Yes,
toasted.
I
Because
agree.
they don't have a whole lot of defense cards.
Right.
So I think there's definitely been times where ranged characters have
Dominant.
destroyed her.
Yes.
So that's why she feels that way.
That's the problem.
I felt the storyline in Clank Legacy number 714 took a sarcastic turn. Who's dealing in sarcasm now, David? Yes. Let's see, David Brownlee, you can just stack your game toppers. Then you don't have to put games away. Yeah, see?
I mean,
how many
clearly.
tables do you have in your house, David? That's how many game toppers you should have. They have a bunch of different sizes, too. You know that. Doug, tell me how that works for you when you get a few. Ooh. Doug doesn't have any game toppers.
I know.
And so
I'll get there.
David's
David's
like,
like,
zing.
so get one.
Zinger.
I love them.
Get one, and then you can talk to me, Doug. That's
Love
what he
it.
said, basically. Time for our water system membership meeting. Catch you all later. See you later, Doug.
Bye.
Do they have new game mats coming in Kickstarter? In the next Kickstarter, I don't think so.
June?
But in the fall, when they do their mat Kickstarter, yes, they will. I would not mind a game topper, Terrier Halo says, but with the kind of money involved for how much the dollar is worth come June, often matters more than discounts.
Right.
Well, here's the thing, Terrier. I was talking to Berkey yesterday, and again, I understand the currency exchange. I get that, but he's saying that this is really going to make a difference for international shipping as well. So I would still look into it at the very least, because he has been working very hard to try to drive the price of his product down when everybody else is just trying to, for lack of a better term, capitalize on the current state of the economy and get as much as they can for it. So he is really kind of swimming against the stream here to try to provide the best possible price for you guys. So take that into account and at least check it out, see what happens. If it doesn't work out because of currency exchange, then it doesn't work out. There's nothing, I'm not going to tell you to do something fiscally irresponsible, but at least check it out. I remember when the dollar was really low, lived like a king while we were in the U.S. I have not seen your Earth expansion playthrough yet, but I hope the new player powers are fun. They are. We played our playthrough yesterday. We played with all of the expansions, that being Abundance and Animal Kingdom. So there you saw cards from the base set and both new expansions, or both expansions, and the global powers and the individual powers are fun. It turns out that JT picked his powers much better and affected them much better than I did. Both of his animals provided him points at the end of the game.
I saw that.
Neither of mine did.
Right.
But without.
You were really close before that.
Yeah, well,
Before he died.
actually, I beat him by a couple of points. Only
Right.
by a couple of points.
And then the bonus points.
And then the
kicked
bonus
in.
points for his two animals came in. So, but I mean, I scored my points by using my two animals as well.
Did you like it better than the first time you had played it, or the?
Oh yeah, I mean, well, the first time I played it, it was like drinking from the fire hose and then trying to dig a ditch that was 12 miles long. That's what it felt. It felt like work. Period. The second time when we played with Abundance, JT has he is a gifted teacher of games.
He's so good.
Period. End of discussion. Hard stop. So the second time we played with the Abundance, totally understood the game much better.
Nice.
This time, built upon that second experience, again, really had a good time. And so it's still not my exact kind of game, but I enjoyed the experience.
Yeah.
So it's a great design, and that's really the main thing. It's just not for me, really. Terry Halo says I've mashed plenty of ranged characters with King Arthur. Hits things with a sword until you win. Hit things with a sword until you win is my motto. Sadly, I got kicked out of that baking competition. Wow. They should have put that on video. Nuno Lucas, what's up? What's up? Game Toppers, they sell or deliver in Europe? Yes, they do. If you get to their Kickstarter, you can purchase and they will deliver to you in Europe. Yes. Gaming with ADHD, Brian is here. What's up? What's up? I don't have a game topper, but my son built a game table for us in shop class.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, when that falls apart, I'm just kidding. I don't know if it will or not. You should look into game toppers as well.
They're beautiful tables.
Game toppers are worth every penny, Scott says. I agree. When will you have a Clank Legacy #1 on that belongs in a museum? Wow, David is just leaving in. David Brown, dude, you're leaning in. Did you have a preference between the two expansions for Earth if you were only looking at getting one? JT and I talked about that a little bit at the end of the stream yesterday. He really enjoys the interactivity that Abundance brings into the game. Because a lot of the powers in Abundance, you get to do something, but then the people that are next to you, your neighbors, get to do something as well whenever you fire off a power that comes from the Abundance expansion. And he really enjoys that interactivity. So if I had to choose one, I would probably go with Animal Kingdom, just because I enjoy having the animals. I think that's a cool little addition to the game. But I think Abundance probably does a better job of upgrading the game from its current state of, or in the base game, of a multiplayer solitaire game that you have a little bit of interaction with, trying to go for scores. You know, it's a race to score these different things first to get the most points. And in the base game, that's the amount of interactivity in the game, really. Abundance upgrades that. Animal Kingdom adds to it that level of public abilities and private abilities. So and again, this is just based off of one game of them. I think all three, both expansions together are the best. If you must choose one or the other, my opinion would be adding animals or Animal Kingdom. But I really do think that both work well together to upgrade the game the way they wanted it to be upgraded. Do you have any fun summer plans? Camping with the Goonies again or something like that? Well, we didn't get to camp with the Goonies anyway. We just went to the same town that it was shot in.
I mean, I'd be up for a little trip up north.
North? Why would we want to go north?
Let's go visit Doug and
Some
Emily.
weird people live up north.
We do have some really cool things coming up in the summer with people coming up to us.
Yeah.
Which is super amazing.
Well, they're coming up for the state parks. And we are just thrown in
And your dad is coming up.
as a side course.
That's not a side course.
That's true. But he didn't have a choice. We're flying him up here.
I still think it's neat.
Just kidding. He had a choice. Yeah, that'll be cool.
Some of my favorite people get to fly up to the Pacific Northwest.
Yep. Tom and Mary Beth are going to come visit over the summer. That's going to be fun. We will be able to entertain. That's what I meant to say, entertain. I meant to say.
Terrible.
So that'll be fun.
My kids' family that lives in Bolivia is actually going to be stopping in for a little bit and visiting us too.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yes, I told you this.
No, I don't think you did.
I did.
I'm sticking to it.
Their Auntie Wendy, who lives in Bolivia, is coming up for a little bit at some
I think
point.
you said it was a possibility. I don't think you said it was.
Last time I heard, they said yes, they're still nailing down dates and what and when, but they are planning on coming up and seeing us, which will be nice because that's 2 of my kids' 22 cousins that they don't know at all and have never met and would be neat to see.
It'll be awkward. Just keeping it real.
I'm just saying. They have 22 cousins on that side.
22.
And they have 2 on my side. 2. Oh, no. I'm sorry. They have 20 on that side and 2 on my side. 22 total.
Wow. David is, I think David Brown, not Brownlee, but David Brown is really taking on the spirit of Eric right now.
Oh, I like it.
Because he is being like super.
Mr. Brown.
He is being super like snarky. He said, I wish I had a game Abundance Expansion where I get to play a game and my neighbors do too. He's just like poking the bear today.
Well, maybe it is Eric in spirit and he just signed on under somebody else's.
Maybe he did. He's got a incognito mode.
Mr. Brown, I have a story. Yesterday I was reading to the littles in my school, the 2-year-olds. Oh, they're not the littlest in the school, but I was reading a book to them. And they were just full on focused and engaged. And the lead teacher for that class came in and she's like, I have read that book 5,200 times to them and they don't even care.
You don't.
And I'm like, I love reading to children. You got to get them involved. And I mean, this whole class of 2-year-olds was like they'd never heard this book before.
You don't just read.
I don't just read.
You act it out.
I interact. I act it out.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
The other teacher doesn't act it out. She just reads the book.
Right.
Do you think Jessie would like playing Earth? No. Hard no. She would not. It would
even watching the video was hard.
It would fluster her to no end. No, she would not like
The
it.
nice thing is he knows and he doesn't ask.
I mean, there's a certain level. It's not just.
I mean, it had animal meeples.
There is a lot of assumption there, but it's. I mean, here, let me look it up for you. I mean, here.
There were animal meeples. I liked that.
There were animal meeples, yes.
So, if you ask me if I like Earth, I will say I liked the animal meeples. And then I will leave it at that.
Let me just look up the complexity rating for you here. Oh, well, maybe.
No.
It's 2.9. No. That's below 3. That 3, we've
3
already established.
we have said we cannot do.
3 is your
2.9 is
ceiling.
really close to 3. 2.85 is close to 3.
It's in the window of possibility.
If it's closer to 2.5 than 2.3, then maybe. But no.
Just saying, it could happen. Here's the thing.
They did have animal meeples, so.
Anna Meeples.
Anna meeples?
Anna Meeples. That's what it's called. Anna Meeples.
Okay, that's even cuter.
Anna Meeples. So, no, I don't think she would. I think there's too much going on. There's too many moving parts because this card will get you points if it's next to this card and this card and this card and this card. And putting all of that together drives her up a wall.
Nope. Pass.
Mai's dad is coming to visit from Japan in August. Looking forward to his visit.
Oh,
That's
that'll
cool.
be fun.
And I bet you smile with the littles too, David says.
I mean...
Joshua Schultz. What about Cascadia?
I love Cascadia.
She loves Cascadia. We're going to drive through Sweden for part of our vacation this year, down to Gothenburg, but no longer trips.
That sounds amazing.
Does Jessie like Cascadia?
I love Cascadia.
Yes. Jess, just because watching Sam's video is hard doesn't mean the game isn't fun.
I didn't deny that. It made my brain hurt. I thought it was a little too much for me to even look at.
You've turned her against me! That was a movie line. It destroys it whenever I have to explain it to you. Anna Meeples with Yako Wacko and Dot Eeples.
Ah! I got there. We're Animaniacs.
Jessie got you Viking-related artwork for your birthday. What kind of artwork would you get her for her birthday?
He got me some for Mother's Day. He
Muppets.
got me, maybe, possibly. I think you can turn yourself into a Muppet on that same page.
You can.
Did you already look?
No, I've seen it.
No, he got me some beautiful artwork for Mother's Day. He got me some amazing framed landscape pictures with biblical quotes on them, and just stunning.
Yeah, they're really cool.
But he also would get me artwork. He would get me beautiful Lego flowers for artwork.
I didn't get her any Lego stuff for Mother's Day.
No. Dante did.
But I have done.
But he built the Lego that Dante got me.
I've done different kind. Yeah, that's true. I did.
Because that's just easier. Just do that.
Let's see what. Like
You've gotten
for
me
our
beautiful.
anniversaries, I've gotten her a lot of artwork.
Oh, so many beautiful art. He has an artist he really likes. I don't remember their name. Do you?
Brent and Kayla Woodside.
Oh,
It's this one of the artists that Game Topper uses for their playmats and their rails. Or
so
thematic
beautiful.
rails.
He's gotten me some amazing art. He's much more visual than I am, and has a really visual eye. He will say things like, "Oh, this looks nice, and this looks nice, and I'm gonna get this because this looks nice," and I'm like, "Ooh, it's blue." I think that's my level of ability.
I'd mentioned our summer plans, but we just survived Miami and are recovering.
Yeah, valid.
I'm glad you made it out alive.
Yes, that's a.
You go to the wrong area in Miami. Survival is the key. I owe David Brown a Coke, Joshua says, because they both made Anna Meeple
Oh, at the same time.
Animaniac jokes. Yeah.
I'm singing it in my head.
I'm not. I just belched. So today we're going to go to a birthday party for a 2-year-old because the family is in our city group. And
church.
so we're going to do that. And then after that, we're going to take Aiden and one of his buddies out to the park so they can play soccer with them and their buddies. And then his friend's going to spend the night tonight. And then we're going to go to church in the morning. And then tomorrow we have a little trip to a place called Slidewaters up in Chelan that the church is sponsoring. So I'm on a, well, we kind of both are, but we're service teams at the church, and every year at the beginning of the summer, the church sponsors an entire day where they rent out slide waters in its entirety. And
now, let's interject for people that are not from Washington State, or specifically, sorry, that was really got stuck, or specifically Northwest Washington State, because people down in Tacoma don't even know slide waters exist. People down in Vancouver, it's a water park. It's a tiny water park.
yes,
It's
I think it has like 8 slides.
maybe it was the 4 white ones.
It does have a nationally, I don't know if accredited is the right word, a nationally rated
Surf.
wave pool.
They have a great wave. No, there's no wave pool.
Not wave pool, wave machine.
Oh, with surf rider. Surf.
Sure.
Surf. Yes, they do. I was like, we don't have a wave pool. They have a little lazy river. They have the surf rider thing. We have a couple like speedy slides that you can race, which was it Aiden one time?
Yep.
Aiden went straight down
He went
and then
so
like
fast down that thing, he slammed into the stopper, head first. Yeah, that was great.
yeah.
And
So
actually, our chiropractor goes to the same church that we.
He was
go
like,
to,
"Do not
and
go
he
on
was
that."
there, and I was like, "Can you take a look at him real quick?" And he was like, "Sure." And so
Yeah.
I took him, and he says, "Yeah, don't have him go on that."
yeah, don't go down that one. There's one spinny one in the dark. I don't like that one. I won't go on that one. There's one that takes like 2 people. There's one that kind of goes down a river. That's like it.
Yeah.
But it's a nice day, unless the wind is blowing up from the valley. It is a glacial fed lake. It is a beautiful lake in
Glacier
Washington.
fed.
No, you say glacial fed.
I say glacier fed.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I only lived in Alaska.
You know what? What does that mean?
It's a glacial fed river or lake, not a glacier fed. A glacier is the actual noun. A glacial fed is an adjective. It's fed because of glaciers.
I'm seeing glacier fed farms, glacier fed
Whatever.
river,
Maybe I'm totally
glacier fed
bullying
lake,
you.
glacier fed rivers.
But the point is, if that
glacier-fed
wind
life.
whips up that lake, all that cold water up the lake comes right up to slide waters.
Glacier fed organics.
And you're in a non-heated pools, and you get out in the air that's a nice 70 degrees, and the wind is a good 40.
Maybe glacial fed will be on page 2. Let me look. Deciphering the biosynthetic landscape of biofilms in glacier-fed streams. These
What
two
if I search it? Because you search
rivers
weird.
Are distinctly
You
different
search
colors,
weird.
biodiversity under. No, I put in glacier-fed in the search engine, and if it was wrong, it would say, "Did you mean glacial-fed?"
I can't type glacial.
Well, that's probably because it's not a word.
I can't type glacial.
See? Oh no! You stop. She typed in glacial fed, and the first thing was glacier fed lakes.
Well, maybe I'm just a total liar, so whatever.
No, I lived in Alaska.
Okay, I guess so. So, point is, I've been saying things wrong my whole life. So, cool. Cool story. Thanks for bringing that up on public. Sure.
You did. You could have just said,
Ask me how to say envelope.
either.
Envelope. I say all kinds of things wrong. Ask me how to say that direction of people. You're going in that
Toward.
direction. Yeah, toward.
Toward.
Toward. I say it wrong my whole life.
Toward.
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 I can't say toward. That's dumb.
Jesse is also right, David says.
We've already proven that I'm wrong. We got
I say
it.
glacier fed, and I've been to Alaska. See? Small water park. I remember a park with 1 or 2 slides. How times have changed.
Yeah, it has like...
Well, again, 2 of those slides are the baby slides.
I will sit and go down those baby slides.
No, I mean, it's like the baby slides, like water slides, you can't see the bottom from the top.
Yeah, no.
But the baby slides, you can.
You can, and you can put your kid on your lap. Yeah. I love those 4. There's 4 of those, and they're like old tiny. And then there's the 4 racers, and then the one tube one, another tube one, and then the death ones, which I won't
There's
go
like
down.
6.
Yeah, it's really not.
Actual slides that adults
That being
or
said,
people larger than 5 years
we're
old.
looking forward to a nice day.
Yep. Architecting new
why are you white?
vocabulary
What does
in
that
real
mean?
time. What?
Oh,
What are you talking about?
it was a big white screen on us. I didn't know what it
On
meant.
this?
Yeah.
Oh, there wasn't. Okay, Jessie is also right. No, she wasn't.
No, I'm not. We've already
established
proven that.
We need a board game called Glacier Fed. It's a tile laying game. I think that could work.
Who wrote
Yeah,
that?
it could. Joshua Schultz.
Make it.
We live in the water park capital of the world. People come from all over the world to visit Wisconsin Dells.
Ooh.
Are you being... I've never heard of Wisconsin Dells.
I could see.
Wisconsin Dells Water Park. Well.
This is not a big water. There is another water park in Washington. Actually, there's a couple others, but there's a big
Kalahari
one.
Indoor Water Park, Noah's Ark Water Park, Mount Olympus Indoor Water Park, Wilderness Resort has a water park, Wild Water Dome.
Okay, they
Lands of
clearly are.
Natura,
That's
Wild West Water Park, Great Wolf Lodge. There's a Great
do
Wolf
love
Lodge
that.
there. We've been to a Great Wolf Lodge here. Tom Foolery's Adventure looks like a water park.
it sounds like there's a lot of
look,
How
there's
close is-
all of these water parks in the.
and
Wisconsin
water park
Dells
capital.
area.
I think that sounds great. Let's go.
All right. Well, we didn't take your word at it, but.
Where-
So, do you say bagel or bagel?
Bagel.
Yeah, I do too. Herbs or herbs?
Herbs.
Huh?
The second one.
Herbs? It's not.
I know it's not.
Herbs.
I have all kinds of problems, y'all.
Joshua says, herbs. I'm from America.
Herbs.
Joshua Schultz +1. America. Yeah, see, I knew your intent before you said it. Is it not bagel? I guess it could be bagel because the E is not influencing the A like it should be. Or no, if the L weren't there, the E would produce a long A sound for bagel.
I'm
but
not
because
doing an English
it's
lesson.
L, it should be boggle. That sounds weird.
Boggle is the game from the 80s.
Ba, not ba. Ba, boggle. Or bagel, bagel. I think I like bagel better. It sounds more Middle Earthish. Strider, would you please pass the bagel?
No. I say all kinds of things wrong. I also make up words. And I make up, like, sounds. I make up all kinds of things. I don't really speak English well. I didn't speak it well when I taught it. So.
Boggle is a game. Yes, correct. But
Boggle.
boggle, not boggle. Boggle. That is bagel. Boggle. Not boggle.
We played Boggle a lot, and I always remember the sound of that little case.
David Brownlee says bagel, just like baguette. No, that is not how it's supposed to go. Do you say baguette or baguette?
I say baguette.
Baguette, yeah, baguette.
So it should be bagel.
Bag end.
No, it should be bagel then.
Bagel? Yeah, that's what I said. Bagel.
That's not what you said. You said boggle.
No, that was that. Then I said it should be bagel because that sounds more Middle Earthish.
Baguette, bagel.
Stupid autocorrect. What did you mean? Bagero. That's a great autocorrect. Buggerero. That's funny. Baguette. What is happening? Is this an English language stream?
I don't
Joshua
know.
asks?
I'm getting confused.
In Germany, we say, ugh!
No, wait, that's somebody else's bit. You can't
I know,
do that.
that's what it said. It's called homage. Homage. It's one of the sites I like to watch.
Look. Yeah, you've been watching lots of cussy sites lately.
One. Because they're Irish. What?
I had something I was going to tell you, but I forgot that I can't tell you.
Okay.
I actually thought, I was dozing in and out of sleep last night, and I thought you were downstairs, and I thought you had cussed at me from downstairs.
Oh, because I was watching those?
No, and I sat up, and I was like, did he really just say that about me? No, it was the 14-year-old playing a video game in the room next door.
Oh, jeez.
But it was enough to make me go, I was about to text you and go,
Probably
what did you
Probably
say?
not something to talk about live
I
stream.
was... Look, I didn't say what he said.
Yes.
It
Brian
was just
says
enough to wake me up.
we call what Kim says Kimish. It's basically her own words.
I get Kimish. I could see that about it.
It definitions that you
Yes.
have to solve a puzzle to understand what she means.
I love Kim.
Kimish.
Yes. Yes.
That sounds like a Jessieism.
Jessish would be. Jessieisms.
We call them Jessieisms.
I make up things all the time. My kids are like, oh, I can't even.
She often tries to communicate with onomatopoeia as well.
I do
need to move
sounds.
the. That means absolutely zero nothing for me.
My class understands it.
Mm-hmm. Shakespeare made up words. Go for it.
See? Telling you. And he made up great words.
Man, that Ba Guerrero takes me back to my skater days.
What's a bug Guerrero?
Stephen Guerrero was a member of the Bones Brigade. It made me think of Stephen Guerrero. Was it Stephen Guerrero?
See, now you're making up things.
Guerrero. I think it was Stephen Guerrero.
See, he's making up things.
Communication is the cornerstone of every healthy marriage.
Oh, well, we have that. I just have to tell him what I'm trying to communicate.
Sometimes it's just not good communication, but we got communication. I'll tell you that. Good luck, Sam. I don't need good luck.
I mean, most of the time I will tell him what I'm trying to say. It just takes me a while to get there.
About 4 or 5 onomatopoeia later, we get it. Hand gestures as well.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
the hand gestures have
Clearly.
to accompany the onomatopoeia so that I have even a chance of understanding what she's saying.
Yes.
But if you're 2 to 5 years old, you'll get
You
it.
might get it. Yep. One of the things that I love, my class knows, I do say no, and I say no thank you and stuff, but there's actually a video. No thank you, friends. Oh, no thank you, friends. Like, how many times does a teacher say that in a day? But the other thing I do when things just get a little out of control is I go bup, 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 bup. And everybody in my class knows it just means stop. Stop. And I've done it my whole life. I did it when I was a kid to my sister. I did it to my parents. Bup, bup, bup. I've done it my whole life. And then when we watched the Thunderbolts movie, at one point she's doing the same thing. Everyone's talking to her and she just goes, bup, 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 bup. And I was like, oh, it's a me thing. And all the kids in the theater, all 3 of them who were sitting on the sides of us, turned and looked at me. And I was like, yep, bup, bup, bup. You remember that when she did that?
Yes.
Yeah, all 3 of them looked at me and I was like, yeah, that's me. It was clearly my favorite
so
line.
how does Jessie how does Jessie do at Dixit or other social deduction games?
Well, I don't like them, usually. And I can't get anybody to understand what I want.
Anything that has to do
Bluffing?
with lying, bluffing,
terrible.
or otherwise deceiving people, she is not good at.
I can usually do okay at just one, but I can't do good at Dixit. I can't get what I want to convey.
Al Hernandez asks, I've been wanting to try those peanut butter and jelly Reese's, but I haven't seen them. Did you order them from somewhere?
No, we bought them at Walmart.
There you go. Was it Walmart?
Safeway? Walmart? Where were we?
I don't remember where we were. I don't remember
I think
you
I
buying that.
was alone. It must have been Walmart, I think.
So
I'm sure you can order them on Amazon. Sam loved it. I didn't really love it. I didn't.
PB and J Reese.
I don't know. It just didn't do anything for me.
Looks like you can order that from
Fred Meyer, Walmart, Safeway.
Walmart. Safeway peanut butter pie. Ooh.
Yeah, your birthday was just a couple
There's
days
the
ago. I
grape
asked
one,
you.
the great big cup.
Nope, there is a grape one too, and I didn't want to try that one. We did the strawberry.
What is this? Strawberry slices?
Well, we also
Frozen fruit?
We also did the bananas. Remember? Nobody ate them.
Oh.
I bought the Reese's frozen bananas, so they had sliced frozen bananas with the peanut butter
There's
and
a
chocolate.
4-pack of the grape ones. Ooh, I can't eat all this stuff.
No, I didn't really love it.
I mean, I
Actually,
can.
both of the
if
taste
it's in the
tests-
house, I will eat it, and I shouldn't.
Both of the taste tests we did yesterday, I didn't like.
Yeah, how's that for mud in your eye? Yeah,
I
she
ate
buys
it.
all these things thinking he's gonna make the faces.
He does
and
make good
you were
faces.
making the faces.
I am not
yesterday.
disagreeing.
Ha-ha.
You don't think I'm going to make the face on the Valentina and lime? I'm going to die.
Oh, that is going to be video gold because she's going to.
I might die.
She
I
hates
might
hot
die
stuff.
on video.
She hates hot stuff, and she bought some Valentina and lime. Valentina sauce and lime. Valentina
Target.
sauce is a Mexican hot sauce, so that's going to be fun. We might do that today. Can't do PB&J. Terrible combination. You are objectively incorrect, David Brownlee. You are wrong, and you should repent. That, or at the very least, recant what you just said.
Now,
You strange individual.
I mean, if it's like PB and like grape jelly, I don't do grape jelly.
No, any PB&J works.
I like PB&J with cream cheese. So it's cream cheese, peanut butter, and jelly.
That's too crowded. That's too crowded. In a sandwich, that would be too crowded.
No, it's so good.
I don't know.
I think I should do one of our tastings of just food I like that Sam won't eat. Like mayonnaise, peanut butter, and sweet pickle sandwich.
What? Wait, say that again?
Mayonnaise. Did I say that word wrong? Is that one of those words I say wrong?
How did you say it?
Mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise, yes, that's correct.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise, peanut butter, and sweet pickle.
It sounds like a pregnant lady's.
No.
It does. It sounds like a pregnant lady's craving.
No, it's what we did when we were poor in Ellensburg. My mom would give us
that's true, too.
mayonnaise, peanut butter, and sweet pickle.
Shame, David Brownlee. Shame. Exactly, Joshua.
Shame.
Get him. Valentina and lime for Valentine's Day. I have no idea.
No, it's just Valentina and lime. It's a Mexican hot sauce and lime. I think
My uncle likes peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwiches. All right, here's the thing. I don't mind the mayonnaise and peanut butter together on a sandwich. I will put
See, you get weird.
peanut butter
Mayonnaise
and
cheese.
mayonnaise and cheese and ketchup on my hamburger.
See, you're getting weird.
But I don't just put mayonnaise on one side of the bread and peanut butter on the other.
And then put banana in the middle.
No! No!
See, I think we need to do
Mayonnaise
tastings with
messes
foods
up
I
a
eat.
peanut butter and banana sandwich. Period. End of
You
discussion.
can't
Hard
just
stop.
have a peanut butter and
Hard
banana
stop.
sandwich.
That discussion is over.
can't-
You
'cause
are
you can't
objectively
have-
wrong.
You can't have just a peanut butter and banana sandwich. You're going to look like a
Yes,
dog
you
for
can.
20 minutes.
That's the thing. Okay, fine. Add some honey on there. It gets
No, that's even worse.
But it's much better. I
Add
will
some
do
mayonnaise, and then it's like smooth.
That. No. The mayonnaise taste just messes everything up. You got to have meat in there for it to
You
work.
don't have meat.
Meat, not a fruit. That is.
We did learn from a friend that peanut butter was originally designed as a meat topping, meat accessory.
David
is what she
Brownlee
said.
says peanut butter and honey is fine. Okay,
Yes.
you just invalidated your own argument. It's something salty with something sweet, and it works. If honey works, why doesn't jelly or a jam work?
You
with
need a
peanut butter?
homemade jam.
That doesn't make sense. You are incorrect, sir. Do y'all do toast with butter and white sugar? Yes. Actually, we do, we call it...
I just do toast with butter.
We call it... No, she does butter with toast. That's what she does. Don't let her fool you.
I'm going to put... I think we need to do a whole video of like...
You know how
give
much...
him
you know
my
how
butter
much,
on my sandwich.
You know how
Make
much
it
butter
different.
goes on, but and garlic goes on a loaf of French bread to make garlic bread? That's one slice of bread for her.
I think I should give
She
him a piece of
likes
sourdough
toast
toasted
with
with
her
like
butter.
butter on it.
Toast is just a conveyor for the butter.
True.
So that people don't look at her weird for eating a stick of butter.
Absolutely true.
Okay, so back to the thing.
Yes, back.
We
Focus.
call it holiday toast, and it is cinnamon and sugar and butter, and it's one of my son's favorite things, actually. So yes, we do that. My dad used to make mayonnaise, mustard, cheddar cheese, and banana sandwich. That is nightmare juice.
I might try
That is disgusting. That sounds gross.
Whose dad was that?
Joshua Schultz.
I don't know. It doesn't sound bad.
Weirdness
Did you
coming
eat
out.
it? I mean,
Yeah,
or
he
only
said
did you?
actually it was pretty good, so he must have eaten it.
Yeah, I was going to say, if only dad ate it, or did you eat it? It doesn't sound.
Pickle and bologna with mayo is a strange but good combo.
Pickle, bologna, mayo.
See, here's the
eat
thing.
bologna.
I like pickles by themselves.
You don't like sweet pickles, though.
No, I do like sweet pickles on pizza. You want to talk about something weird? That's weird, but it's good. That's super weird.
Did I tell you the pizza place down here has a dill pickle pizza?
Yeah, no. Dill pickle I don't think would be good. Sweet pickles on pizza with corn? I know, it gets stranger. It's actually works. They have it in Korea.
Yeah, I know.
And I was like, I'm not going to like this. And lo and behold, we like it. We used to get little vials of sliced sweet pickles with our pizzas.
Like a little container.
And you take one off and you put it on, take a bite. Take one off, put it on, take a bite. It's really good.
Okay, we went to a
usually don't
restaurant
like sweet
last
pickles.
week, and he ordered a Wenatchee pizza, and he did not love it.
That was disgusting.
It had apples,
Apples do not belong on a pizza.
gorgonzola.
And gorgonzola is the toe cheese from in between the devil's toenails. It's
What
disgusting.
else was it? Apples, gorgonzola, onion.
No, bacon.
Bacon.
That part was good, and it had a white sauce instead of because I have
we don't like
a
red
reaction
sauce, yeah.
to red sauce, tomatoes and stuff. I usually don't eat a lot of tomatoes, but yeah, the gorgonzola and the apples. I'm
See,
done.
when Tom and Maribeth come, we can introduce them to Wenatchee food.
Don't introduce them to
Apples,
that because then they'll
apples,
think everything's bad.
gorgonzola.
Jude.
There's a dill pickle pizza. We got lots of choices up here.
Bum, 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 bum. Peanut butter, cheddar, sausage, patty, and egg on a toasted everything bagel is incredible. Wow. Actually,
That's everything.
that sounds
he likes.
good. That sounds really good,
That's like
actually.
everything he likes.
Board games to English to food. The stream of consciousness is
You
crazy.
know, this is just how we roll.
And I'm here for it. Yes, that's exactly. Butter and cinnamon on sugar toast. Yes.
Oh, just butter?
Butter and cinnamon sugar on toast. Yes.
Butter?
No. Poor foods through the ages is interesting.
Ooh, yeah, that's actually super interesting.
I mean, I went through a phase in college where I had a hot pot in my room, and we would go buy a case of ramen noodles. Mm-hmm. And that's, because sometimes the food at the...
Oh, no, that's valid. How did you eat your ramen noodles? Because I ate mine in college, too, but I ate mine different, I think.
Shocking.
I drained the broth.
Why would you
would drink the broth separate. And then just have noodles.
It was so salty, though.
And then just have noodles with butter and shredded cheese and soy sauce and corn.
Man alive.
He married me.
Later in life. No, it's going to sound strange, just as strange probably, but I would do
ramen,
egg. Usually chicken.
Yeah.
And then I would put in cheese and, this is where it gets weird, mayonnaise to make it creamy chicken.
See?
And
college food is different. Like, you just do whatever you can.
So I would sometimes use just like sour cream or cream cheese. I wouldn't always have mayonnaise because mayonnaise, we didn't have. We would bring back mayonnaise packets from the cafeteria and use those.
Well,
because we didn't have refrigerators. In our room.
We did. Wait, I had a thought. It's gone. Oh, darn
it. What is mac and cheese, which is mentioned in every movie or TV series? It's macaroni noodles in a cheese sauce. That's basically what it is. Macaroni noodles in a cheese sauce, and that's all it is. Mac and cheese. Is it really only macaronis and cheese? Yes. No, you didn't write words wrong. You're absolutely fine, Micah. But yes, that's all it is.
It's macaroni noodles.
Now there's a lot of different
sauce.
things.
It's not just cheese over.
Correct. It's a cheese sauce. So you got to start with the roux, add in your cheeses, melt your cheeses, add in different kinds of cheeses, whatever. She has a really good recipe for macaroni and cheese, homemade, that I improved upon. We actually had a guy in our city group.
Oh, he had the best
join
line
our
ever.
City group just because of the mac and cheese.
No, his other line. What did he say?
Oh, he said, if I go to war, I will think about this mac and cheese.
That's what it was.
That was a good line.
Oh, that was such a good line.
That was a good line. It was her recipe, though. I just funkied it up a little bit.
So it wasn't my recipe at all.
It kind of was. It was the only difference from that first time was I added a little barbecue sauce into the cheese sauce, and you don't have barbecue sauce. Yours is just cream cheese, like shredded cheese.
You added Alfredo too.
Oh, that's right, I did. I added Alfredo because I needed it to be a little creamier.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Mac and cheese is macaroni noodles in a cheese sauce.
Yeah. Yep. Salty and sweet is fine, David Brownlee says. Example, paydays. Normal Reese's is fine. The problem is jam jelly is gross.
I didn't love the one with the jelly in it.
Mac and cheese is normally made with melted cheddar cheese and other ingredients like milk and flour. Grandma used to grind bologna and dill pickles into a hand crank and mix it with mayo to make a spread.
Yeah.
Isn't that just called like pimento spread or something like that?
It's not pimento, but yeah, it is a thing.
Yeah, that's that.
There's like a ham salad too. You can do it with the ham and.
That stuff is demoralizingly bad. I mean, I hate that stuff.
Pimento or just
anything.
Bologna.
That bologna grind like looks like it's come throughout somebody already. Oh, no, it looks like barf. That's what that stuff looks like. It looks like throw up on a piece of bread, on a sandwich. It's disgusting. I could not stomach the way it looked.
Tapenade. That's the word you're looking for.
Whatever. It's disgusting. Cheese mixture is mixed with elbow pasta normally. Well, that's boring, but yes, that's true. I like to use a lot of different kinds of pasta. What do we do?
Rotini.
Rotini. We used rotinis last time. I've used bow ties in the past to make mac and cheese. It's, elbows are normal, yes, but boring. Poor Foods, Joshua Schultz says, a hand management game with a really tight economy. You have to combine cards to create point combos. The cards are bologna, ramen, Wonder Bread, Kraft mac and cheese. This could work. As long as you just have mac and cheese, not Kraft mac and cheese, because then you need an IP.
This is your second idea.
I know, man.
For a board game, and I think
bro.
you should make it happen.
Jesse, that sounds like good noodles. Usually I just add tapatio sauce or Valentine sauce after I drain a little sauce out.
Yeah, well.
Do you put breadcrumbs or cracker crumbles on your mac and cheese?
I don't, because I don't oven bake it.
Normally don't, and we also have...
One that's gluten-free.
We have people that are gluten-free, so we usually
Dante doesn't eat mac and cheese. Dante doesn't eat noodles.
And the thing is, he doesn't even like noodles.
He does not like noodles, so I don't count him
here. But anyway, gluten-free noodles, because we have tried them in the past, are horribly bad.
They're actually super disgusting.
They need gluten. Period. Hard stop.
I've even tried just the zucchini noodles, and I don't love it.
I was really excited to play games when I tuned in today. Now I'm just hungry for junk food. You're welcome.
So what do you want to play this weekend? We still have a little bit of time.
We gotta wait. I love chewed up looking food. My stomach has to work less. That's disgusting,
that's
right?
Super gross.
Poor Foods might be a good deck building game. Start with a hand of 7 top ramen and 3 ketchup cards and play until someone has a real feast.
I think it's...
Poor Foods lobster used to be called mud roaches. I can see that, actually. They look like a roach.
Lobsters are creepy.
Lobsters are very creepy.
I actually do not like lobster food.
Shrimp are very creepy. You see a shrimp in the wild?
Yeah, they're super creepy.
They're any of those crustacean-esque.
They're super creepy.
They're creepy. Whoever thought
God has a really creative sense of artistic ability. There's some crazy...
Strange how the creator is creative.
I know, right? I think it's amazing because some of those creatures, you're like, what are you?
Look at a giraffe.
No. There's an okapi. Okapi is even weirder than a giraffe.
What is an okapi?
Has like the body of a deer, the neck of a giraffe, the stripes of a zebra. They're really weird. O-K-A-P-I.
Yeah, I've seen those before. Yep.
They're also known as the forest giraffe. They're weird.
Forest giraffe, they don't have long necks.
No. That picture is totally misleading. In person, they have a very long neck. Not as long as a giraffe's, but like weirdly long.
That doesn't look weird.
That one there, it's kind of...
It looks like a deer. It looks like a deer with a different paint job and big ears.
No, their necks are much longer. Their necks are much longer than these pictures.
Of those ears. It's like taxi cab driving down the road with the doors open.
See, there's a person next to it. Yeah. It's longer than a horse neck. That looks... Look. They're
looks like a deer horse.
I'm telling you. I've seen them at the San Diego Zoo, and I was like, what kind of thing are you?
Look, deer horse. That is a deer horse.
It's not a deer neck.
That's what an okapi is.
It's not a horse neck.
I've settled it. An okapi is a deer neck, a deer horse. That's all it is.
I don't know. There's weird things. Anything in the ocean is weird.
I can't disagree with that.
Weird blobfish and jellyfish that glow in the dark and...
Platypus. Yeah.
Oh, platypus. So weird.
Hello, Karen. Good to see you. I will return after dinner. Terrier Halo
Sounds
says.
great.
My opinion, Brian says, is that food is only good because someone lost a beer at some point. I'll give you $1 if you drink that stuff that came out of that cow.
Right. You got it.
Oh, a bet, not a beer.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Got it.
Brian, you need to go to bed because you are seriously typing some strange things. Or take your medication, dude. One of the two.
Oh, you guys make me laugh.
Yeah, somebody probably did. Yeah, exactly. Like something from the ocean showed up in some fisherman's net.
Yeah, he's like,
And they were like,
eat that.
I'm not eating that. You eat it.
I'll boil it.
Yeah, exactly. Food is only food. Okapi are the only animal related to the giraffe. How do you know that, Tom? You don't know nothing.
Tom knows a lot.
He
Why are
doesn't
you so
know
mean?
anything. I'm not mean. Not mean at all. Joshua Schultz says, food is an important part of life. In the Gospel of Luke, Jesus is almost always eating or at a meal, and Luke was a physician. So there you have it. When he's not dying for sins and whatnot. That is correct. Lost a bet. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
they probably lost a beer as well. Who knows?
Maybe. Hold my beer.
Because they worked all night and now they're loopy because they haven't gone to bed yet.
I don't know. This week food has been overrated.
Your food has been underrated.
Meh.
She's been living on rice, beans, cheese.
I fixed my
sour
rice
cream, and
with peanut butter
avocado.
and soy sauce.
Guacamole, rather.
Guacamole.
What did you say?
When I make rice, I put in peanut butter and soy sauce.
Which makes basically
Mush.
Thai peanut sauce
Mush.
with the rice. He's not mean. He's Eric for a while. See? There you go. That's all. I'm just channeling Eric.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be doing that. Well, that reminds me. I got to get back to Eric. He sent me a couple emails this week. I just haven't had a time to get back to him yet. Okay, 9:48. So we have about 10 more minutes left. This is, I think our discussion lends us to having this. Let's have a food-related lightning round where they have to send us 2 foods and we have to choose which one we would eat. Or 2 food combinations and we have to choose which one we would eat over the other one. Let's do that. Why is Jess eating like that? I'm
having trouble breathing. No, swallowing and eating at the same time. Swallowing and breathing? What am I saying?
Tom and Karen both are hitting on the same thing. Tom, yes, we think it's because of the MS, but she's having a little bit of thing with this area of her body that makes it difficult for her to eat harder foods. She starts coughing and it's difficult for her to breathe. So we think that, yes, it is linked to the MS, but she has an appointment with the ENT specialist, ear, nose, and throat specialist on Monday. When? 2:45?
Monday afternoon.
Is it 2:45? I should be able to be back for it then.
We'll see.
To kind of have them take a look on the inside and see what's going on. But right now, yeah,
I can't
she's
eat,
doing
swallow, and breathe at the same time, both of which are very important. Food and breathing. So
she's basically on a doctor-directed soft food diet right now.
Yeah.
Well, generally speaking, she's not always very obedient.
I've found
shall we
that
say.
popcorn does not really affect me. I can eat popcorn as long as I just keep eating it constantly. Don't stop. I can eat popcorn all day. But if I eat something that I have to I don't know.
All right, so our first
Lightning round.
round is peanut butter and chocolate or Nutella and chocolate.
Peanut butter and chocolate.
Well, first of all, let's talk about Nutella. Is it Nutella or Nutella?
You say Nutella,
Yeah,
and I say Nutella.
It's literally N-U in red, and then Tella is in another.
What did they call it when you lived overseas?
Nutella.
Nutella.
No, Nutella.
We never said Nutella in Mexico.
Anyway, well, that's because you're in Mexico. All right, so I would definitely go with peanut butter and chocolate.
I would go peanut butter and chocolate.
Nutella and chocolate, I know it's hazelnut and chocolate, but it's too close. Just a nutty chocolate at that point. So I would go with peanut butter and chocolate, which I guess one could say, well, that's
also
just
nutty
also
chocolate.
nutty chocolate. I like peanut butter and chocolate better.
Yeah, I do too.
Sweet or salty food?
Depends on the day.
No, come on. You love salt. I mean, there are many times she makes something and it tastes great, but oh my heave. Hold back on the salt a little bit. Or, just let us salt it.
I don't add salt when I cook.
But that's what I'm saying, though. You don't add salt but you love salty foods.
But I don't add salt when I cook.
When you combine this salty food with this salty food, it's twice the amount of salt.
I don't add salt.
Yeah, but anyway, she loves salty food.
I do.
Or otherwise known as savory. And I also like savory food as well, but not as much the salty part. Add peas to mac and cheese. It says soft, but get a bit more protein.
I tried mac and cheese, and the noodles weren't really good.
Yeah, the noodles actually have to be mushed up a little bit.
Like I'd have to add like more.
The consistency of mashed potatoes.
Like I have to add more milk and make it like really.
But peas to mac and cheese doesn't sound bad, actually. Sorry, Jess, that's scary.
Nah.
Nutella in South America. Nutella. Nutella.
That's the way I say it.
Nutella. Pork rinds versus chips.
Definitely chips.
I don't care. I actually would prefer pork rinds because they're higher in protein.
I don't think I like pork rinds.
They're higher in protein and lower in carbs, and chips are the exact
I'll
opposite.
take chips all day long.
I'll take pork rinds because of the protein value. Empanada or gyoza?
Empanada.
I would probably actually go with gyoza, the pot stickers. What?
I think we have to pick up tamales today.
Okay, we will.
I forgot.
I really love pot stickers living in Korea for as long as I did. They're called mandu over there, or kun mandu, the fried, and love that stuff. Love that stuff. I actually like them better than empanadas. Empanadas for me are too dry. So I like the pot stickers much better. David says both. Cheese balls or pickle balls?
Definitely
cheese balls, because pickle balls are an abomination.
We still have a very full package upstairs.
Sushi or a great burger?
Ooh, a great burger.
Wow.
A great burger.
That one depends on my mood, because there's a lot of carbs in sushi, but there's a lot of carbs in a really good burger. But at
really
least,
good burger.
I think the amount of carbs in the sushi would be less, and you're still getting the protein from the fish meat.
Great burger.
So I'm gonna go probably with sushi there, but a great burger. Those are like equal to me. Does Cinderella ever eat Nutella? That's kind of weird, David. David Brownlee says, natto or licking the bottom of a dumpster. I don't know what natto is, and I'm not going to lick the bottom of a dumpster.
So I'm going to say neither. I'm going to guess both
say
of those are
neither
gross.
Yeah. Philly cheesesteak or hot pastrami sandwich?
Cheesesteak.
Yeah, pastrami tastes a little funny to me. It's not
get
bad,
the grilled onions,
but it tastes a little weird for me. So I'm gonna go with a Philly cheesesteak as well. Breakfast burrito or a dinner burrito? I'm just gonna say burrito. Doesn't matter what time of day it is. You can have a burrito any time of day.
I would go with a breakfast burrito.
Waffles or pancakes? This is an important one. I'll let you answer
both.
first. Which one's better?
Are we talking like Eggo waffles?
No.
And homemade
waffles
pancakes?
or pancakes?
I get butter with both. Waffles.
Stop stalling. Correct answer. Now, why?
Because they have the little pockets that you can
Yes,
fill with
that
the
is
butter.
why it
With the butter.
holds the syrup.
Butter.
Syrup. It holds the syrup. That's why. Waffles. Why are you even asking that? Joshua says. Get it together, Tom. Why be forced to choose between burritos? I didn't choose. I just
chose
said burritos. Brian says
I made
waffles.
a dinner last night that I kind of expected it to go a different way. Like how I was going to serve it. And Sam's like, ooh, put it in a tortilla. I was like, oh, okay. I was thinking
beef.
like over rice or over pasta.
No, you put it in a tortilla with guacamole, sour cream, and cheese. That's how you eat shredded beef.
Clearly, I made it wrong.
You can have a burrito at any time of day, but you don't choose when you have the farts.
I mean...
That is correct. Farts are the spice of life.
Toots.
In a number of ways. They are funny, and they can get a little spicy. In a number of different ways.
One of the girls in my class the other day, they know my rule is they are not supposed to talk to my Alexa. They are not. I am in charge of Alexa.
Did they actually ask it to fart?
No, they come up and they go, Alexa, play potty songs. And I'm in the middle of class and I'm like, and then I hear like giggling and I'm like, wait, what? No. No. We had Christian kids music on. This is not potty songs. And the kids are just laughing so hard.
What are body songs?
Potty songs.
Oh, potty songs. Oh.
They have the word fart and poo and they make noises and oh my gosh, my class was laughing.
Smoked turkey or smoked salmon?
Salmon.
No. Smoked turkey.
Smoked salmon.
By a long mile.
Turkey is baked.
Yes, but that doesn't... salmon can also be baked.
Yes.
So it doesn't invalidate smoked anything. Smoked, when things are smoked, they're good. But if you smoke it too much, it's like you're just eating smoke. And it's like it can be too much. So...
Oh, I love it so much.
Salmon is one of those meats for me that it's really delicate. If you smoke it too long, you just screwed up the entire fillet. But if you smoke it just right and that salmon flavor comes out of it, it's one of the fish that I actually enjoy the flavor of a lot. It doesn't have just that fishy taste. It's got a really good flavor to it. But if you smoke it too much, that smoke flavor like battles the actual flavor of the salmon, and I don't like it.
Atlantic or Pacific salmon?
I'm gonna go with Pacific. I think the Atlantic salmon are the ones that look and taste weird, aren't they?
I love Pacific salmon. I do not like Atlantic salmon, which is interesting because Lewis and Clark, when they came out to the West Coast, had an abundance of Pacific salmon, and they said it was disgusting. They would have preferred to eat horse meat, and they did.
Yeah, but Lewis and Clark were...
They hated the Pacific salmon.
They were weird.
We're talking great, giant, beautiful, pink-fleshed Pacific salmon.
Cheese blintz or continental crepes? Is it breakfast yet? I'm going to go with continental crepes.
I'm going to go with crepes. I think the blintzes are the ones that are kind of like stuffed, right?
Smoked salmon on a cream cheese
bagel
with capers.
You gotta move your hand.
They can hear.
Oh, just move your hand. You're mumbling.
Scott Drew says, excellent call, Joshua. Or rather, Joshua says, Scott, excellent call. Alexa spying on a whole class of kids seems creepy.
Nah.
Burrito or pierogi, or hand pie or sushi, or favorite one-handed meal? Burrito.
Burrito.
I don't even have to think about it. Period. End of discussion. Meal in a tube. Best thing. Smoked meat or World War II history? I don't get the correlation, but it's Brian.
So, it is Brian, so it could be both.
I got a piece of plastic in my chili yesterday. So gross.
Ew.
They're taking man-made to the next level. Twix or Snickers? Snickers?
Twix. Frozen.
Oh, that was even worse. You made a bad choice worse. That's what you did. Copper River salmon.
Oh, so good. We're not quite there yet, right? We've got like another couple weeks.
Salmon I catch in Alaska.
Yes.
And fight a bear for.
Yes.
Lake Michigan salmon.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. Clam chowder or pho?
Both.
Clam chowder. Pho is...
Broth with meat in it that you cook. I'll probably go clam chowder.
I already went clam chowder because pho is gross.
It's not gross.
It's not
It's
gross.
the same as a hot pot in Korea. When we went to that Korean restaurant, we had a hot pot where they boiled it in.
It's got those Thai spices in it, and that fundamentally changes it from the hot pot stuff that you get in Korea.
They had all the same toppings you could put in.
With a different flavor, different spices. It's
I
fundamentally
think
different.
it is the exact same.
Fundamentally different. Taste and spices are everything when it comes to those
I
ingredients.
think it is completely the same thing.
It isn't. And
I think
you are completely wrong. That's the way it is. White clam chowder in a sourdough bowl.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in for that.
Peanut butter and jelly or a tuna sandwich.
Tuna.
I would probably go with tuna more often than not, but I think I could eat peanut butter and jelly
Mr. Ryder
as a
thinks we're done.
dessert. Yeah, he's like, okay, people, stop talking. Let's go upstairs again. I think I could eat peanut butter and jelly as a dessert. I have to be in the right mood to eat tuna sandwich.
Grilled peanut butter and jelly or
I
grilled
do like
tuna?
tuna sandwich, but here's the thing: is it just tuna or is it like a tuna salad sandwich? Because a tuna salad sandwich is an important delineation.
You don't just serve just tuna. That would be sushi.
You gotta ask the question. Look
That
at all
would
the
be
weird
sushi.
stuff people eat in this chat today.
I'm telling you.
Gotta ask that question. Cheese blintz Krieg or lightning blintz? I have no idea what those things are.
I don't either. They both.
Now I need to go to Ivar's for lunch, David
Yes.
says. Ivar's clam chowder, yes.
Yes.
Hot sandwich or cold sandwich?
I like hot sandwiches.
Cold. I like a good cold cut.
Oh, I mean, I do too.
Come here.
I like grilled tuna. Or
Cocoa Puffs or Lucky Charms?
don't
Lucky
know.
Charms.
I don't really know either of them.
Lucky Charms. They're magically delicious.
I don't think I've eaten either.
Just tuna? No, Karen. No, Karen. You are wrong, Karen. Just tuna, you monster. It needs to be tuna with mayonnaise and dill pickles chopped up. Maybe onions as well. Slight, small little squirt of mustard. Then
It's like you're speaking with sounds.
No, I did the thing. That was me mixing it up.
I know what it was.
I
to
know,
make
because
fun of me for it.
I used a Jesseism when I was talking to Jesse. Go figure.
All right.
Tricks or Fruit Loops?
I don't know either of those either.
I've
never had either.
Where was your childhood?
I had grape nuts.
Good. Oh my gosh, you ate rocks. That explains a lot.
I ate grape nuts.
Rocks.
Grape nuts.
Sand pebbles with milk.
Grape nuts.
That's what grape nuts are. Sand pebbles. If you go to the grape nuts factory, it's right by a beach. It's nasty.
I never had any of those cereals.
My grandmother...
even as an adult, I've never eaten any of those. Cocoa Puffs, Lucky Charms. What was the other one? Tricks?
Cocoa
or Fruit
Puffs,
Loops?
Lucky
I've
Charms,
never had
Tricks,
any of
or
those.
Fruit Loops. I'm going to go with Fruit Loops.
I've never had
big
any.
on Tricks. You have to cook for a decade or eat out only. I will choose to cook for a decade. Grilled cheese sandwich or...
Grilled cheese sandwich.
Never mind. Grilled cheese wins.
Yeah, grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah, grilled cheese sandwich wins.
Grilled cheese.
All right, we got to get out of here. We do have a birthday party to get to. So thank you for joining us. Monday, there will not be anything. We might do a taste testing thing on Monday. We might do one later on today as well.
We'll see how the day goes.
But anyway, I've got to work with the water systems on Monday, so I'll be out. And she has a doctor's appointment that we're going to try to get back to as well. So next thing will be our 1 or 2 shorts that we're going to do over the weekend, the taste tests, and then Tuesday morning, it belongs in a museum. At this point, I am caught up on all of the shipping stuff. I have caught up on the last 3 weeks of It Belongs in a Museum, and we've shipped out all 4 prizes for the April giveaway. Some people have been asking, are we going to do a May giveaway?
We probably should have. It's already mid-May.
We probably should have, but we probably won't, because I still have to make the top 10 for that. So we'll do a June one. That will be, we can do a little bit more planning rather than just go from the hip. So that's what we're looking forward to. We'll see you guys and gals on Tuesday morning. Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side.
Bye.